I've been living in Florida since 2009. Moving here was a dream of mine and I just did it and made it happen, and I'm very glad I did. And I wanted to share with you my experience living near Disney in vacation homes. The first thing I'm going to do today while I start talking is put water in my pool. I put the hose there and I'm going to turn it on. You have to keep adding water to the pools here in Florida because it's hot. I mean, like the sun evaporates the water. And I haven't been in this house that long, but so far my water was $140. I guess I put water in there once every week. It probably runs for 20 or 30 minutes. Maybe it's like taking a long shower or two, so it's not that bad. I'm going to go over the cost of having a pool later in the video too. It's so funny because a week or so ago I turned on the water to put into the pool, and then I did something in the house and then I totally forgot about it. And I probably remembered like an hour later. I swear it seemed like an hour. And I'm like, oh my God, the pool. I could just imagine overflowing everywhere. And I ran out here literally and it was just perfect. So the first thing I want to tell you is there are different kinds of home location options. Basically in this video, I'm going to go over vacation homes because I have lived in a vacation home area since 2009. If you go online to rental places, I'm sure you'll see different houses in all kinds of different areas in Florida and around Orlando and around Disney. I highly recommend the Clermont, Champions Gate, Davenport area. It's a vacation area that's not very far at all from Disney to the west side actually, so you avoid that traffic going east. And the houses are very nice and the prices are nice and it's quiet, and I mean, yeah, it's busy always everywhere around here, but still, I like it a lot. What's a vacation home? Okay, so a lot of vacation homes, and there's a lot of them, are bought by people who don't live here. A lot of them are from United Kingdom, a lot of them are from Canada. They buy a house so they can vacation here near Disney World in Florida. And they come for a week or two every year, and then the house sits there, and they don't want to lose money because a lot of these homes have HOA fees that they have to pay. So they rent the house. They can either rent it weekly, you know, as a vacation rental for people on vacation, or they can rent it in a long-term 1-year lease. The bad thing about renting long-term a vacation home is these people are going to want to come over and use their house at least once a year. So you would probably be hard to find a vacation home with more than a 1-year lease. So you would have to move every year. That's what we've experienced. The other bad thing, if you will, of living in a vacation home or vacation resort, yes, you can live inside a resort, is that it is a transient neighborhood. You're not going to have that close, tight-knit community with kids playing outside that your kids can make friends with and all that, because people are coming and going every night or every week. On the upside to that, it's nice and quiet in the neighborhood, and I enjoy it a lot. When I say vacation home, I mean specifically the homes right around Disney, that if you were coming to Disney World and you were looking for vacation rental for the week or two, it would be in that area. Kissimmee, Four Corners, that's basically the area, right? Davenport maybe, that's basically the area. If you go further out to Clermont, Haines City, stuff like that, it's not vacation homes, it's just a nice house. Vacation homes typically have the screened-in lanai, like we have, to keep the bugs out, and they don't keep the mosquitoes out. Even if you can't see it, they always get in somehow. Also to keep the debris falling into the pool, but there still seems to be debris in the pool. If you were to get a house like this, you know, 20 minutes away from Disney, it might not have a pool or a screen porch. Some have pools, no screen porch, some have no pools. Some have screen porches and no pools. Now you might be saying, how much does it cost to live near Disney? I don't really see a big difference between living in a vacation resort area and living farther away, unless you go to a place like Kissimmee or Poinciana. Poinciana specifically, you can get cheaper houses, but I wouldn't personally ever live there nor recommend that you live there. There's this place online, I don't remember what it's called, but you can search by cities and do crime ratings and crime statistics by zip code. So if you're looking online for things to rent, you think you see something you like, write down the zip code, go to that website, put it in, see what the crime rating is like there compared to other zip codes in the rental homes you're looking at, and then of course choose wisely. You can also look at school ratings if that's what you're looking for. I was just house hunting like 2 months ago. So it seems that for around $1,200 you could get a couple of bedroom house or townhome. I would say though, if you wanted a pool home near the Disney area and the vacation area, $1,400 would be the cheapest one that you could find for 3 to 4 bedrooms. $1,500, $1,600, you know, between 14 to 16. And then if you wanted a 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom, I would say 18 to 2,000. It just depends. I did see a lot of nice houses, 4 bedrooms in the $1,800 range. There's 5 bedrooms in the $1,800 to $2,000 range. And for example, $2,500 can get you like this little mini mansion with just a spectacular, gorgeous home here in Florida. When you're renting a vacation home, long term, pretty much you're not going to have any added fees like HOA fees. The owner will pay that. A lot of times the pool care is included. A lot of times the lawn care is included. Sometimes the internet and the cable's included. So you need to look into all this and see what you can get, see what it comes with. If you do have to do lawn care yourself, you might just want to hire someone to do it. It is Florida, it gets really hot. Not only do you have to cut the grass, you have to trim the palm trees and the hedges and replace the mulch as it gets blown around and rained away. And if you hire someone to do your lawn, they're just going to mow it. So you're going to actually have to hire someone to do the landscaping too. And another thing that I do here in Florida is get pesticide, pest control, just every 4 months, sprayed around the perimeter of your house. The more bushes and hedges you have outside, the more possibility of spiders and things you could have. But basically in the house, I don't ever see anything. I don't see spiders. In North Carolina, I saw a lot of spiders. I don't see roaches. I don't see anything. And that was one thing I was worried about moving to Florida. I thought there'd be lots of bugs and even roaches, but none of that, thank goodness. Another thing you're going to want to worry about or consider is a security system if you don't have a gated resort. But it's not, I think maybe it was $40 a month once you get installed. It's not a requirement, but it just might make you feel better depending on the area you're in. Pool care, if it's not included, you will have to, well, I guess you could take care of it yourself if you learn about it, but you're gonna have to hire someone to take care of your pool. And I'm really not sure how much that is weekly because our pool care is included. They just come once a week and, you know, do their thing. Commonly, you'll see a 6-month lease, a 12-month lease. Actually, I was going to say maybe a 2-year lease, but no. In the state of Florida, you cannot have a lease longer than a year. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. But you could get a house that someone would want to renew for you. You just should ask them about that before you move in. So you might be wondering, how much does it cost to have the pool? Well, besides putting water in it about once a week, I don't have an accurate, I wouldn't imagine your water bill would be more than $200. Like I said, mine's $140. And I've been here for a month, and I know it's been sunny, but maybe it's more sunny in the summer, so it might be more water in the summer, but still it's not that bad. And to pay someone to take care of your pool if you don't do it yourself, and that is what you have to worry about with a pool. Now, these pools do come with pool heaters, and if you use the pool heater, you will have an outstanding bill. At least $200 a week if you were to leave it on. At least $800 a month. That's a lot of money. Some houses have natural gas as the heating source and some have electricity. If you had an option, natural gas would be better. It is much cheaper, but still, I don't ever recommend heating your pool. Besides that, it's going to cost a small fortune. Pool heaters tend to just have a lot of issues all the time, in my experience. Just never really work right and just eat up your money. I'm perfectly happy not getting in the water in the winter and waiting until summer to enjoy my pool until it gets too chilly and then, you know, not using it for that time. I'm totally happy with that. And if you live inside a vacation resort, then you actually probably have a pool or hot tub you can use in the lobby that's included with your rent. Electricity. The air does run basically 24/7 here in Florida, even in the winter. You might use your heat for maybe a total of a week, a year. This is where you got to be really careful when you're choosing a house. If you say, hey, I'm going to get a 2-story house, your electricity is going to be more than it would in a single-story house. Heat rises, it stays hot upstairs all the time. It just seems like your heater is just going and going. Your air conditioner is going and going and going. And some houses here in this area don't have nice new air conditioners, so it's hard for them. And they get frozen coils and they stop working. I've had all that happen. I've only once had a really nice new crisp air conditioner, and that was in my own house, and I had to buy it. When I live in a house that's around 2,000 square feet, that's what I suggest not going over. I mean, I'm sure you'd be fine with 2,500, but still, it's about $250 a month. $250 to $300 a month in the summer, and that's running at 70 degrees, 24 hours a day. A lot of people keep it on 74. I like it on 69 actually. 69 tends to keep it on 70, and 70 tends to be 72 because it's humid outside. And the more humid is out there, the more humid and hot is your house. Some air conditioners, like I said, aren't the best, and they just don't get rid of that humidity, and it's not that pleasant inside. But if you're ever inside and you feel hot, go outside for a few minutes, come back in, it's gonna feel great. I had a house that was 3,000 square feet years ago, and the electricity bill for that house was $700 a month. So keep that in mind. We're talking 300 or 700 for 1,000 square feet. And it wasn't 2 stories, although it did have 1 bedroom above the garage, which was always hot anyway, and we kept the air on 70. I think it's because it had 2 air conditioners. One was like the master bedroom area, and one was for the rest of the house. So just, you know, you could be like, oh my gosh, I can get this giant house for $1,500 a month. Can you afford the electricity bill? Speaking of which, here's a really good tip that you may or may not know. Whenever you are considering a house, you can find out how much their average electricity bill was in that house. All you have to do is find the electric company for that house, call them, tell them you're considering renting this home, you want to know what their average electric bill was in that house, give them the address, and they will tell you how much it was. Then you'll have an idea. If they say $250, you're like, oh, okay. If they say $700, you might be like, holy crap, no way. So keep those things in mind. That's the #1 thing I can think of to tell you guys about picking a house. There's a lot of tempting, nice, big houses for affordable prices, but the bigger you get, the more your electricity is going to be. And if you get a pool, I wouldn't recommend heating it. I love living near Disney. Me and Trevon would always say, oh, could you just imagine living at Disney? And then we'd talk about it, but then that would be it. And we'd say, okay, where are we going to move? Because we want to leave Asheville, North Carolina. And then we'd start thinking of other places. And then, you know, as a dream, we're like, oh, but what if we lived near Disney World, you know? And then we'd be like, okay, but really, where are we going to move? And so one day, me and him were walking into Harris Teeter. Now you get the story. And we had been talking about where we're going to move. And then he's just like, why don't we really move to Disney World? And I'm like, because. He's like, because why? I'm like, because it's hot and there's bugs and there's hurricanes. He's like, but other people live there and, you know, they're fine. I mean, you know how much fun it would be? Why can't we just do something really fun and live somewhere really fun? And I was like, yeah, why can't we? Like, I just never really took as a serious thought. It was always a thought, but I was just like, that would be nice. But then I realized, hey, I can actually do that. A lot of people do that. I could do that. Why can't I do that? And so I'm like, fine, we're doing that. And 4 weeks later, we moved here in 2009. And I can't imagine not living here. I can't imagine not moving here. I love it more than anything. Florida is where my heart is, here near Disney World specifically. And if you guys have ever talked about it or thought about it, not seriously, or even seriously, truly think about it really, really seriously, because you can actually do it. I mean, if you want to do it, you can make it happen. You have that in your power. Just follow your feelings. And if something seems like it's pushing you in that direction, then just do it. Even though it's scary, just do it. And I hope that I've helped you guys when it comes to Florida rental homes. Living around Disney is affordable. It's convenient. It's wonderful. It's truly like being on vacation every single day. I never get tired of it. I'll never get tired of it. And if you guys have any questions at all, comment in the comments below. And if you ever need help with a Disney trip, I am a travel agent. Email me at readytocruise, just READYTOCRUISE at yahoo.com. Bye, you guys.